Hello YouTube here, it's Lisa Stade of the YouTube channels of Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed. And I know I was planning to do the review of the documentary from I think 1989 called Swastika. Well, it's from the 80s I think though. It's called Swastika. It's a documentary about well, it really does I guess not follow the traditional narrative of a documentary where you have a narrator and then you have a bunch of footage and some historians and some history authors, history professors turn up and talk about whatever subjects on the movie. Well, for this specific documentary that's about Adolf Hitler, uh, and Third Reich and Nazi leaders and Eva Braun, it does not follow that conventional, typical. You're used to what a usual documentary is. It's not a bunch of historians that turn up to talk about Hitler or the Nazis, and a bunch of footage in the background, and a narrator, or some history professors, or some authors like like the people that are like, your usual Ion Koshars, John Toland, I mean, they don't even have David Iving. Thank God they don't have David Iving on this one. That's a blessing in this one. Always good when that guy's never on. Never like the guy. But we have, it's a documentary that has had some controversy. Because some people think it humanizes, Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun. In a way, it does. I've watched this and I'm gonna do a review, so all you guys are going to have to suffer with me. Because when you watch it again, you realize it doesn't just humanize. Maybe it's got some issues with, a little bit of a thing we call, maybe not through propaganda. Maybe it does too much humanizing. I know some historians on the introduction to this movie, this documentary has put, how a lot of the controversy was how it humanized Hitler. And in a way, yes, Hitler is human. Terrible guy. And I guess, the whole argument to that kind of argument is yes, Hitler was capable of the same emotions and stuff that us not mass murdering genocidal people are capable of. Yeah, go figure. It doesn't take a shrink to notice that being a thing. Uh, but I've watched this and I kind of wondered, this is an interesting movie, but how fossil does this actually, get a bit too much of an issue for, like, I guess you would say YouTube's policies and guidelines. Uh and some probably weird stuff. But I'm gonna start out giving a review of the movie. So this is what we're watching today. This is what we're reviewing today. And I'm gonna have to be very careful now with what I say about this, especially with my full-time job. So, I'm actually going to do this review a bit differently, where I'm going to actually play the video, and we're just going to watch it together. I'm not probably going to show a whole lot of the audio because, YouTube's policies and guidelines. I don't want any copyright strikes on this one, but, I'm just going to have the review done in the moment of watching this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's count down to, let's see how many copyright claims I can get, and strikes or whatever hell is gonna be on the. Oh, come on, open. Well, you thank you. Oh, I should probably also, mute. Maybe it would be a good thing to. What's mute? Guess I don't have mute on this. Okay. Oh, that's good too. Oh, look, Kino International. This is made by Kino International. And the director of this film is Philippe Moa. That's the film, I guess, company, or who this is by, and produced by Stanford Labonson and David Nam. Putnam. So I guess one of these authors is Jewish. Bit weird. So okay. So if you can see here, I'll turn this around for you. Oh look, a main menu. I'll turn that back down. So I don't get copyright struck here. Okay. So, come on, play, will ya? And turn this up a little bit here so we can listen. And we can hear. Okay, now I know this from the beginning of this movie. They do put a little introduction. I'm gonna go through that real quick for you. The opening scene does have this uh thing about, it's trying to portray, this isn't gonna be like a big thing for like, you know, something recognizable for like a future Hitler, because Hitler is just, human. You know, I guess a future Hitler would do something else evil or whatever. But I'm gonna read this to you. If the human features of Hitler are lacking, then the image of him that is passed on onto posterity. If he is dehumanized and shown only as a devil, any future Hitler may not be recognized simply because he is a human being. And yeah, that does have a point there. I think when we try to say, oh, Hitler's the Antichrist, the Satanist, we really take a lot of chunks out of, what lessons are we to learn about Hitler. It's kind of like, saying, uh, I was thinking of math problem. Not very good at the best at math. So, I don't know. Let's say you tell a kid, okay, what if 1 else equals, addition for that equals 4? And you never explain to the kid, oh, uh, 2 plus 2 equals 4. You just say, addition problem equals 4. And you say X and Y. The kid don't know squat about math. Now you just gave him pre-algebra probably. In a way, yeah, you're taking out. Probably that's not the best description for this video. Best comparison of an example. I think there could have been better ones. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. If you do kind of, take those chunks out of how Hitler turned into the guy he was, you take a lot of value. You take a lot of, how did he become the mass murderer that he is? What were the influences? This goes back to physics, cause and effect. Same thing how history runs. What were the events in Hitler's life that led him to do the stuff he did? Just calling him the devil or the Antichrist or a Satanist really takes all that physics away. I think, if you're that kind of person, maybe fall down the flight of stairs and enjoy some physics of your own. At least for Isaac Newton, the rest of common sense mankind. Oh, okay. Okay, now here it continues to say, who you're about to see is authentic material sought in Nazi Germany. Scenes of Hitler's private life are from his own personal films. Yes, this movie does use personal films from Ava Braun's film collection. And yes, they even do authentic material of people, uh, everyday life in Nazi Germany. And yes, it does not show them doing killing people and massacring people. So that's gonna be a bit of a surprise in what they're actually doing in this film. But oh yeah, also Hitler's private life is what you probably think. So Get all that rated R adult themed stuff out of your head before we go on, kids. Or adults here. 'Cause I'm not putting this for the kids monetization away. So if I'm gonna turn the laptop here for you to see, I'm gonna see a beautiful, wonderful space cosmos, if you can see here. And you can hear the faint sound, what appears to be, oh look, a floating swastika. This is like computer graphics from the the 80s or whatever. The time when I was born. Yay! Also, you can hear the sound of people shouting something. Words that I'm not going to mention in this video. Oh, and that's the sound of, I guess, headphone. I'll turn the camera around a bit more here for you to see. Just for a little bit of a clip there. So yeah, this is pretty much the opening scene there. Yes, it's kind of I actually like kind of the graphics. It's kind of nice, wholesome. I like this little alt thing there. I know I'm talking about this as like what I used to be was an alt major. So I used to be an alt major before I was a history major at Consumers River College. I'm gonna leave off here with part 2 and say and go on to on part 1 here. I'm gonna leave off here on part 1 and then go on to part 2. This is Lisa Stade telling you to make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification bell to all, so you see all update videos on my YouTube channels, both YouTube channels. Now go ahead, go and do this. Get everyone you know to do this right now. To Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed. Donate to my Patreon. You can donate even to my subscribe stall, and you can even visit my BitChute channel also on bitchute.com. It's Lisa Marie Stade, that's one word. You can send me a friend request on Facebook.